always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down. Here's some pressure. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Red Wolves had this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop on the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
Makes the catch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And the Longhorns backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Throwing right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got a man, it's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That's caught. It's Booth. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. And the Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Quarterback making adjustments. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line, it's perfect. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Off the complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Rides to back on the option to give. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Booth. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Looking for space. It's Green. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That's caught. It's Thomas. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Red Wolves can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. And some room to work. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Texas offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Looking for space, it's Perkins. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the foot.
There he goes. Here comes the fumble, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He leaves it with his back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it. That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turn.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he added the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Wants to go up top on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Red Wolves will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Red Wolves headed quickly to the line. Trying to beat the D deep. Reels it in down the left side.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on first down. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Red Wolves will snap it on first and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Send the tight end in motion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
The These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
They'll go with a direct snap. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. To pass. Here comes the heat.
Let's go.
And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Red Wolves will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Driver. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Driver. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Perkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Cherry. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Red Wolves with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
The Red Wolves just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on him.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's open on the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Green. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Red Wolves will hustle to the line. Try to barge their way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Bring in the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Finds his man. It's driving. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Perkins. Knocked out of bounds, they're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
He's got it and still on his feet. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texans!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida Atlantic pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That'll elevate some sideline blood pressures. You just took the lead, and now you're giving away field position by kicking it out of bounds. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Perkins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. He did not hesitate, going for it on 4th and short from the 49. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And they're able to make the tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll go to the sneak.
First down, Texas.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go! Let's go!
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to suck this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together down.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap up. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico, home to the Aggies of New Mexico State. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Delaware Blue Hens, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Delaware's offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last year.
He's loose on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Here comes the offense on second down. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Perry. He's out past the 35. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Blue Hens in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Picks up the first down, still moving. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. This time on target. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Hens come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Back to throw, it's Hart. The quick out. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Aggies offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
There's a heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Blue Hens moving quickly to the line.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO.
Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on third and short. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Blue Hens have it with a first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Delaware. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Hold and fire complete. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man to the left. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll run the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hart. Rushes on him. He'll throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Unloads to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Aggies! Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Grab near the sticks. It's Perry. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got...
Oh, a lot of space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Hens can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Hart. Makes the grab on the left. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter.
Gain of 17 on the play.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to, with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens are threatening on first and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hart. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Aggies come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Delaware! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Here's the pressure, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Got it near midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They go to the ground. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Coastal Carolina came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Chants team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way.
Man, you throw at him at your own risk. Like, you want to direct the football in the air towards him. He makes plays consistently. That's number 9 on the season. 9 INTs. This dude's making plays.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Back to pass, it's hard. Under fire. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running.
He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Line is set on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Fires to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. New Mexico State trying to retain possession on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
The Blue Hens will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. New Mexico State now working from the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. New Mexico State has it first and goal. He's got the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Dead center perfect. It's our forced to settle for the field goal. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Guys, the Devil Bear offense going back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Finds his big tight end. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Blue Hens are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Firing to the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there, the defense.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To throw, it's Hart. Under fire. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And the route is on. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Secures it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. To the air, it's Hart. Here comes the heat. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Delaware! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to get...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find...
Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hart. Makes the grab. It's Turner. Turning it on. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Blue Hens want to crank the tempo.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today.
A shot toward the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Makes the catch at the 45. And the returner will be dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Offense lining up quickly.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking downfield, it's Hart. With the catch, it's Turner. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. So now it's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Bringing the heat. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and...
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50, the 40, at the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it first and 10 inside the 20. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Pressure coming. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Absolutely center cut. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, a double bear offense going back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Going over the top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Georgia is just getting the backside of those silver britches kicked today. This is the kind of game diehards of other SEC programs have been waiting for. They're trailing by 18 to Florida. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snatches it on the run. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He's not afraid to go deep. Fakes a grab right down the middle. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Blue Hens want to move quickly.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They want to throw it. Trying to bull his way in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Now facing a 3rd and long. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch and stride inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? The snap sets up to throw. Back swinging for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, it's a pass. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take